Hello, entrepreneurs. The last time we talked, remember we're talking about money. I told you to go home, write down your budget, look at your income, figure out what you were making, and how you can manage your money better. I didn't forget about you. So let's continue where we left off. Like I said, many of you didn't do it. Most people do not see how writing their budget is going to help them. They cannot understand. They say they know. They don't feel like they need to. Writing your budget or putting your budget in writing is a foundation. It's a beginning. It's creating a system. And it seems very small and minute at the beginning. But once you start to do it and you start to realize, it does a couple of things. Number one, it makes you conscious about the money you spend. You would be surprised at some of the choices and the things you'll do differently once you're taking notice of your budget. It's kind of the same principle, or should I say, Weight Watchers and other people borrowed that principle, and that's how they use it to help people to lose weight. The things that we do that we don't pay attention to, that we're not conscious about, are things that we will be careless about. And you cannot afford to be careless about your money. Think about it. If you throw money away, if you're careless, you'll never retain what you gain. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Most people know how to make money. They will find a way to make money. They will find a way to survive. You would be surprised at some of the things people will do. The reason they have to keep doing things and they have to keep having gimmicks is because while they can make it, they lack the ability to retain it. Starting a budget is learning to retain what you make so that you can add to it. You can't add to it and you can't retain it without a system. And that system begins with starting and stating a budget. What is it that you make? What is it that you're bringing in? So, like I said, it does a couple of things. Number one, it lays the foundation because it lays the foundation. Number two, it makes you conscious about what you spend and what you have coming in. Many times, and I see it all the time in tax situations, people have no clue what they're making or how much they've made in a year until they're doing their taxes. When they look at the W 2 and they see the money that has gone through their hands, and then you go back and look at what you have or do not have to show for it, it makes you think. Unfortunately, that moment is fleeting. It goes by way too quick. It has to be something that we do, that we're conscious about every day. That, from day in to day out, that you are making sure that you're doing what you need to do. And it, like I said, it cannot be that way if you do not write it down so that you have something to go back and look at. Nobody remembers what they spend. And if they tell you, I know exactly, I don't have to write it down, it is a lie. And they're giving you a guesstimate. They know you can't challenge them, so they're going to stick to their story. And those are people who don't need these videos anyway, because you're not going to change anything. These are for people who want to change, who want to increase, who's talking about entrepreneurship. Because if you can't manage your singular budget, how are you going to manage a multiple budget? You plus a business. Think about it. We're talking about money. We're making better money decisions. We are writing things down. So it lays a foundation. It makes you conscious about what you spend. Thirdly, it gives you an avenue, a system. Once again, you're going to hear that word over and over. It gives you a system to review where you can change things. If you don't write it down, you don't have anything concrete, you have no point of going back to correct. It's the same way your operating system on your computer says, hey, where do you want the recovery to be if something happens? And most of us want the recovery to keep changing and updating daily because you don't want to lose data. Where we are going to use data to make better business decisions. Think about it. You cannot make a decision over something that you are not aware of. So writing and starting that budget is crucial. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better, saying write down that budget. Let's not go into 2023 proclaiming it to be different, yet doing the same old things. Bye-bye.